My name is Lori Dudding. I was born in Massachusetts but raised in Florida. I was pretty much labeled the good girl or an angel back when I was in elementary school and high school. I never gave my mom or my stepfather a hard time. I always did what was required of me, and I was a good student. I was a victim of childhood sexual abuse and emotional abuse, and my relationships were so uncomfortable that I chose not to have relationships. And so out of the need to not feel the feelings that I was always having, I drank. And I drank heavily. And became homeless, became an alcoholic, became a mental case by my post-traumatic stress disorder. In the end, I was psychotic with seeing things and hearing things. And, you know, as it turned out, it was just me suffering from psychosis.
Everybody who's had a mental illness was once a beautiful, normal kid. You know, children, you ask a child, I want to be a cowboy, I want to be a fireman, I want to be an astronaut. People have hopes. The minute you've had an illness, you lose your hope.
We all like to think that we're safe from being affected by mental illness. The simple truth of the matter is that it is much more common.
People who have mental illness have trouble keeping a job. They can only tolerate so much stress before it becomes really dangerous for them. For everybody who's suffered a psychotic break, it's really traumatic. Most people just really live painfully lonely lives, where gradually they become more and more withdrawn because of societal rejection.
The worst part of it was that I had no goals. I didn't have a direction in my life. My mental illness pretty much took over my life. And so I basically had to start from the bottom up with nothing, and came to Navos as a person off the street who had nothing to offer and everything to gain.
The elements that allow a person to recover from a mental illness is the same elements that allow us to live a decent life. Community, love, respect, dignity, meaning. Navos is a wonderful place for its devotion to caring for the person and fervent desire to help a person reintegrate back into their life, into work, into community, and into family.
They are the most progressive, innovative mental health organization that I've ever attended.
Programs that Navos run and are creating are vital to pursuing a vision of transformation for Washington State.
One of the things I really love about Navos is it tries to get people to be integrated within communities again. We have fairly complete wraparound programs. We have a really excellent family and child program. We've got an excellent hospital program. We have an excellent outpatient treatment program. People are given the security of homes. We've got maybe a quarter of our patients going back to work. The mental illness portion recedes so that it's not the defining characteristic of a person, but it's just something, a disability that a person has to contend with. And people can start living good lives again.
They're not just treating the mental health issues. And the team is the doctor, the nurse, the case manager, the employment specialist, the peer support specialists, are all working on the same page for you, the client, to turn your life around.
The mentally ill are no different from you and me. they have a disability that they have to contend with. And the more honestly they're able to contend with it, the stronger they're going to be in the world.
My life has just changed so much in this last year and a half that I've been able to return to work. I work at a doggy daycare. Now what I'd like to do within the next 5 or 10 years is learn to train dogs to be service animals for people who have disabilities. And so I've been working there for a little over a year now, and I enjoy it very much. When I look at my life now with having a stable place to live that I pay for all on my own, having a job to go to every day, and having Navos to fall back on as my support, my life is really full.
To treat well in our communities is to save in the long term and to get benefit back to the community, not only in the cost savings by folks not going to state hospitals, not using ER rooms, not tying up our police, but also by the contributions these people make in their communities. We have to support programs like Navos. Navos is a leader in innovative programming.
Everybody that we're treating here at Navos is life worthy of life, and worthy of dignity, and worthy of community and meaning and embrace.
You can have a good life despite your illness, despite your loss. That unwavering belief is driven by that basic culture of recovery and respect.
Navos has truly saved my life. And when I say that, my case manager tells me, no, it's you who did the work. And I know that I did the work, but if Navos wasn't there at the right time for me, and if Navos didn't have all the programs that they have, the intensive outpatient, the women's groups, the BRIO, the Seeking Safety, the Team Solutions, I think that I'd probably still be homeless. I'd probably still be content living in a tent. And still drinking if it wasn't for Navos. I feel like I have a future. I have goals, and I'm grateful for what I've accomplished, and I have faith that I'll accomplish anything I set my mind to. It's because of Navos that I've gotten my life back together.